Hi guys, my name is Natalia and welcome back to my channel, and we're gonna be talking about the new installment in Libre line by Yves Saint Laurent, and it's Libre Absolute Platine. Two things: please consider subscribing if you're new here, and thank you for subscribing to my channel, to those viewers who have been already to my videos. And second thing is, you probably hear that I'm a little bit well, I'm not feeling well, but I wanted to go out and make this video, so I have a bit of a runny nose. But I want to assure you that I didn't test this fragrance with the runny nose. I have been in fact wearing this fragrance for quite a long time now, and I did make up my mind when I had everything fine. But however, I can I can smell everything. It's just that I have a sore throat and a runny nose. Anyway, that being said, let's get started. I wanted to give you kind of a short overview of the whole line. It's gonna be just a couple of words about the each and every scent they do have in this line. So we're gonna start with the eau de parfum, and this is the fragrance that actually told me that, well, lavender can be a fun thing. Because you see, before that I was kind of cautious about lavender, and I do remember how it started. It actually started when I went out to the body shop and I bought this pillow scent that had lavender in it. And you see, I had trouble sleeping because at that time I was studying in my first university, and I had some tasks that I had to do, and I had my evening job and the morning job, and and I just needed a good sleep. So I went out and I bought it, and the first night that I sort of sprayed it on my pillow, I couldn't fall asleep, and I couldn't even kind of figure out why did I have these troubles falling asleep. And because there was something that was bothering me, but I was so firmly certain that, well, lavender is supposed to help you to fall asleep. It's not supposed to keep you up all night. And then I just realized that maybe for the biggest amount of human beings it works like that, but for me it's the irritation. It was such a bad smell. I mean, it didn't go bad, obviously. It's just that my perception of lavender is that, and I absolutely love to see these lavender fields when they are blooming, and it's beautiful. But the smell of lavender is, oh my gosh, it's not for me. So when I saw that this Libre had the classic one, which I have in this kind of format, it has lavender. I was like, oh my gosh, it has lavender inside. But then it had also these white flowers and ambergris, and it's very nice and very sultry and very warm fragrance. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. So I instantly fell in love with that. But I had some samples, and I just thought that I'm gonna stick with those ones, because what if it's a trick? What it's kind of trickery that as long as I have a sample, I quite enjoy it. But then I go out and buy the full bottle, and I will understand that I don't enjoy it anymore. What do I do with the whole bottle? So I didn't buy it. Then the other scent came out. It was the eau de toilette one, and I was like, oh my gosh, why would you do that? And I love white flower fragrances. I do love white flower fragrances, but this fragrance, it has lavender inside, but for my nose, it's absolutely, it's very small amount of lavender. It's mainly jasmine tea, white flowers, and all this stuff. It's beautiful. It is beautiful, but in that particular setting, in like, compare it to the first scent, I didn't really like it, because I thought that it was a step back. So it was like a, well, meh fragrance. But just hear me out. If you'd put this fragrance, this eau de toilette, with some other white flowers, I will pick this one because it's beautiful, but it's just within the line, it's not my favorite. So then this one came out, and this one made me buy it, and I really love this one. And this is L'Eau de Parfum Intense version, and it has this vanilla amped up, it has tonka bean. It's beautiful, it's sultry, it's potent, it's strong, it's projecting, and a couple of sprays is enough to fill the whole room and to announce your presence. It is wonderful fragrance. I love it. I do love it. And this is my favorite out of the line. So, and then Le Parfum came in, and it had, they kind of took a little bit of tonka bean, a little bit of vanilla back. It's not as sweet. They added honey, and they added saffron. Well, I do understand that honey is sweet, but you know, this honey and saffron, it gave it a little bit of like sort of spicier note to it. And for me, for my nose, saffron, it has a little bit of this kind of salty thing to it, and it's not bad. It's not bad because I quite enjoy saffron in food and in fragrances. So it is good as well, but it's kind of very similar to the intense version, but just a little bit modified. I do kind of find them quite similar, with a little bit of differences, but they're quite similar. And those are my two favorite ones out of the line. This intense is my most favorite. It is the best for me. So, and then this Platine came in, and I was like, as soon as I read the notes, I was like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? And it had aldehydes, and aldehydes for me is a kryptonite. People, aldehydes is like a garlic to a vampire, and I'm a vampire, and aldehydes is my garlic. I'm gonna, you know, I don't like rose and I don't like oud, but I do still have some fragrances that have oud and rose in it, and I quite enjoy them. And some of those fragrances are my favorite even. I'm gonna just take a sip of water here because I hear that my voice is abandoning me. So, but I do kind of, I don't like these fragrances when it's a kind of mono fragrance, but when it's a bit of adding of these notes, it's fine. But the aldehydes is, oh my gosh. And there are just two fragrances with aldehydes that I have. This one is Sicily by Dolce & Gabbana, and it has the aldehydes. And I quite enjoy this fragrance because aldehydes are not as present, not as potent. And they are not the aldehydes that we find, for example, in Chanel. The other fragrance is also by Dolce & Gabbana. It kind of shaped like a light blue, like a square bottle, but it has the red cap. I couldn't find it for my video of today, but then this shelf with the fragrances is right in front of me, and I can see it now, but I just couldn't find it before. Anyway, it's not important for that video. Anyway, and my absolute nightmare is this one. This is Tom Ford, and this is Metallic by Tom Ford. And this fragrance, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, people. I had this fragrance on myself like probably one spray, 1.5, 2 sprays maximum. And I'm an oversprayer, but this one, I didn't mess with this one. I didn't. So, and I had this fragrance on myself in 2 different occasions, and I felt sick. I was physically sick. I started feeling dizzy. I started like a bit sweating. I felt like I'm sick in my stomach, and I thought that, you know, it was this kind of feeling when you have a food poisoning. So I was feeling like I have got poisoned. So, and it was on two separate occasions, a couple of months, 4 to 5 months, in between these occasions. So it it the only common denominator was this fragrance, and I understood that this is the type of aldehydes I cannot wear on myself. And someone actually voted on Fragrantica that this L'Absolu Platine is like this one, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? Why would you do that? So when I went to test this fragrance, I was kind of scared to test it, but I did, and I found myself puzzled because I didn't, I, I wasn't expecting that. And now I'm gonna just read you the notes of this fragrance that I have written here. We have aldehydes, bergamot. We have mandarin orange, lavender, blue lavender, orange blossom, vanilla, and amber. So we have two lavenders and aldehydes, and still this fragrance for me, it was kind of transparent, very heavily watered down, with a little bit of kind of soapiness, and I guess it's from the aldehydes, not even soapiness, like the clearness, like the not the clearness, the clearness and the cleanness of of, the sensation that I got. And I was like, what is that? And I was just holding the bottle. I have to tell you some couple of words about the bottle, because I was just holding the bottle and it kind of grew on me, because when I first saw the bottle, it's absolutely beautiful. But I think that, well, my favorite is this one, because it has this beautiful golden embellishment, this lettering. It's beautiful. I love the transparent bottle because I enjoy seeing how much of the juice I have left. Whereas the bottle that it's the Platine one, it's absolutely opaque, and it has this kind of quicksilver color. It's beautiful, but I think that the gold and the silver, it kind of clashes a bit. So if all around, please, if you hear me, I doubt that, but if you do, next time do, or the total black bottle, I think it would be bomb, or the lettering in black, and can you imagine silver bottle and the black lettering? Oh my gosh, it would be the best bottle, maybe worthy of the bottle of the year. I don't know, but well, apart from that, but it kind of grew on me as like I was just holding it in my hand, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's beautiful. It's just that the color combination clashes. So now my thoughts on this fragrance. It is very light. It is very light. It's almost like if they would make this fragrance for the people who kind of like this line, but they cannot wear it because they find these fragrances overwhelming, and they had made this Platine like very unnoticeable even. It's like it's a very good everyday fragrance, especially I think for people who live in this kind of humid humid and very hot climates, or where it's like very hot summers, short and hot, where, for example, this scent like that would easily suffocate you. Sorry, I'm sorry, I have to sip some water. So I find this fragrance very underwhelming. I wasn't expecting that, and I was even thinking like later, like when I got a couple of samples and I was wearing them, and I was like, you know what? I would have loved this fragrance to be something like that, to be something potent, to be something unbearable for me. Like, for example, I do not like this fragrance on me, but I do feel that this fragrance is a beautiful fragrance. It's just that I am not suitable for this fragrance, or rather this fragrance isn't suitable for me. But I was expecting something loud, something terribly strong, something kind of that would fill up the room, something that was like borderline niche quality fragrance that would be super polarizing, you like whether you like it or not. But instead I kind of found a fragrance that was okay, even for the aldehydic nut lovers like myself. It's absolutely safe, I can say. Well, lately I have to add, lately I have tested the fragrance by Chanel, well, the new installment of Chanel Chance, like the green one or the parfum version, and it has the aldehydes in it. And I was like, oh my gosh, Chanel's aldehydes. And Chanel's aldehydes in that particular fragrance, it's nothing scary. It's like, it feels like the aldehydes of today are like not even half, not even like tenths of what it was before. Tenths in potency, in how strong and how yeah, how potent they actually were before. So yeah, I was underwhelmed with this fragrance because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting quite kind, nice, beautiful, sweet, and unoffensive fragrance that it is. It is absolutely office friendly. It is just like everyday friendly, and even for those that like overspray, you're not able to overspray with this one. It's just not possible. So from that perspective, I kind of liked it because um, it's wearable. But on the other hand, I was expecting something more because come on, it's Yves Saint Laurent. It's a Libre version that every fragrance in this line was nice. It was beautiful, and this one is just underwhelming. Especially considering the price. The price of these fragrances are like is just insane. This fragrance came out in two sizes, 50 and 90 ml. And they didn't come out with these ones. These are 10 ml just yet. So I assume they would, but maybe they don't. They don't want to come out with this size. So 50 ml cost, well, it depends on where you live, whether you have a discount code or not, but you're gonna spend between 110 and 150 euros for 50 mils. Yeah, it's kind of a lot. And 90 ml costs around 210 euros, and it's kind of a lot. And unfortunately, I have to say that for this amount of money, you can get a very beautiful, a very nice niche fragrance. Not this one. This one is cool, and this one is okay within this line because I like that they gave us options. I like that they told us, okay, guys, we don't want to suffocate you with another fragrance that is even more hyped, like amped up in sweetness or in ambergris. We wanna give you something lighter, something everyday appropriate, and they did, and it's good, but just not for that price. This is my honest opinion, and I do hope that it helped you with deciding whether or not you want this fragrance. But mm, I would say save your money, and if you like Libre line, go ahead and get Le Parfum or Intense version instead. Well, they are completely different, of course, but you know, but at least you get a punch for your buck because you don't get it with that fragrance. Anyway, I thank you for your attention, and see you in the next one. Bye.